Okay, I'm all ready. I even dressed up a little bit today, so I'm all ready. Good morning. My name is Jackie Arthur, pronouns she and her, and I will be your worship associate this morning. We're delighted to have you with us today, whether online or in person. It's great to be with you. No matter how you look or who you love, we're glad you're here. Even if you don't love yourself today, you've come to the right place. We have an abundance of love and compassion here. We're happy to share that with you. This morning, we will be discussing the topic of love. What is it? How do we get it more? And we'll even ask, what love's got to do about it? I hope you will join in the conversation. As David lights our chalice, consider these words from author Seth Godwin. Nothing is perfect, but everything can get better. There's never enough time, but there's time enough to make a difference. Someone will always be opposed to the change we seek to make. And there's always someone who wants to help. Anything can happen, but something will. Choose love. David is going to come now and lead us in our opening song, What the World Needs Now. You're invited to join us standing as you're able.
You know this one, don't you? What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are beams and sunbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if a seat. Jackie's going to come here and introduce. We have a guest speaker. Is Amanda here? Yes. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. You can come on up this way. And Jackie, introduce.
Thank you. Each month, we at the UUFF highlight one group or organization in our area that is doing important work. This month, we're highlighting the Fredericksburg Area Health and Support Services. In a moment, our ushers will come and collect an offering, but before they do, let me introduce to you Amanda Stroud. Amanda is the Development Manager for FAHASS, Fredericksburg Area Health and Support Services. A Fredericksburg native, Amanda grew up in this community and has a strong dedication to seeing it flourish through inclusion and community building. That passion found its home at FAHASS, a nonprofit dedicated to eliminating health and wellness barriers for underserved residents, where she has served for over 6 years. In that time, she played an instrumental role in launching Pride Center, FXBG, in the Fredericksburg region's first and only LGBTQ community center. Alongside FAHASS Primary Care Facility, Mosaic Care Center, Amanda has developed commitment to ensuring that no one in our community is left without care or a sense of belonging. Please join me in welcoming Amanda Stroud.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. This is my first time actually having a chance to attend service here, so this has been very interesting. Thank you all for welcoming me so far. For anyone unfamiliar, excuse me, Fredericksburg Area Health Fredericksburg Area Health and Support Services, FAHAS. We have been a nonprofit in this area for over 30 years, and we offer healthcare services for underserved populations, primarily HIV and prevention services. However, in 2021, we opened Mosaic Care Center, which is a primary care facility out in Spotsylvania, which is open to anyone with insurance and also has sliding scale options and is focused on hiring staff that are inclusive and have competency in LGBTQ health issues. And then in 2022, we opened Pride Center FXBG, which, as noted, is the area's only LGBTQ community center. So we have a number of programs available to all of the community. And at this time, we're asking for your support in making sure that we can continue to offer these services and stay open and available to all of those who might need us at this time. I'm sure all of you know that it's a little bit difficult out there right now, specifically for this particular group and for nonprofits in general. So any support that you guys are willing to offer, we'd be incredibly grateful. So thank you for having us here today and for selecting us for this month. Thank you again.
All right, so we got a little logistical challenge here to pass offering plates, but I'm going to ask our ushers to come. Everything you put in these baskets is going to go to FAHAS. Okay, everything you put in the baskets is going to go to FAHAS. So I encourage you to give generously. They're doing some really, really good work. We have a couple of guest musicians with us. Corinne Fulton and Evan Keene are born and raised Stafford residents and have many years of experience in performing, directing, and teaching. Corinne can often be found on stage, both performing and directing everything from opera to Shakespeare to musical theater. She's the co-founder of Stafford Opera Troupe and currently teaches theater in Stafford County Public Schools. God bless you. Evan is a director, composer, and performer. He's currently starring in the Riverside Center of the Performing Arts production of James and the Giant Peach. He's also a member of the Fredericksburg Chamber Chorale, just like me. So Evan's going to come now and sing for us while we take our offer. Evan, come on.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. and I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. And I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin, and I like you under my skin.
Wow, that was great. Thank you, Evan. We are beginning RE now. The school-aged children in our midst are studying the Hindu religion this month. So you are invited now to go to your class if you would like. Head that direction. While they're heading there, I invite everyone to take a crayon. Take a crayon, and I invite you to write your name on your placemat. If you want to get creative, you can write it upside down. Or if you're like me, you can write it regular side and then flip it around and pretend like you wrote it upside down so that all the people in your table can see your name. All right? All right. And are we done with the offering? Because it's time for microphones. We've got a couple microphones that are going to be coming around as we begin our discussion about true love. True love. What is love? What is love? The Greeks have 7 different words. There you are. Ludus for playful love, eros for erotic love, philia for friendship, storge for family love, pragma for companionship love, agape for spiritual love, and philatia for self-love. When I say what is love, what do you think of? Who wants to begin? We got 2 microphones. Who's going to go first? 1, 2, 3, go. It's going to be a really long service if nobody talks. What is love? What do you think of when I say what is love? You can address any of those 7, or you can talk about something else completely different. It's wide open.
Love is a choice.
It's a choice, okay? All right. Jackie down front here.
Love is being responsible for yourself.
Being responsible for yourself, okay?
Love is a commitment.
A commitment, okay?
Love is giving those you care about the grace to grow.
The grace to grow, I like that.
Love is always having empathy and compassion.
Empathy and compassion, okay?
Love is giving the other person freedom.
There you are. Okay, sorry. I hear a voice. Good, good, good. Yeah. Somebody else. Right here? Love is part of our nature. Okay, you guys have hit on some really good things. Let me ask you this. Is there one person for you? Is there a soulmate? Is there that one special person that you must find for true love? Who wants to talk about that one? No, I see some heads shaking. Who wants to talk? If you're going to say yes or no, tell me why. Sorry?
Okay, I think I was lucky enough to find my true love.
Okay.
But if I hadn't found that person,
Yeah.
I think I could have settled.
Okay. Here you go, Kristen.
I think statistically it would be a real downside for the species if there was one.
Yeah.
It's likely that, I think of my partner as my perfect person. I feel like I also probably could have found another good replacement if necessary.
All right.
Right?
All right. True confessions here.
That's great. I think that we have hearts that are big enough to love many people, and if we are lucky, I think that we get to have many great loves in this life and the next.
Nice. I like that. Yeah.
Good morning. I used to think that there was one
Yeah.
special person. It's probably because I heard it in a song. But seriously, in the years that my spouse and I have been together, what I've really come to see is that we're mirror images of each other. And through that, I am growing and healing.
Yeah. Good. Jackie?
I would say no, because we change. I'm not the same person I was at 20, and now I'm 78. Our likes and our differences and our objectives and our futures, there's lots of people out there for us, and I just don't think that there's one special person.
Okay. Okay. So now you all have described and talked about some very, very mature things related to love, but what about falling in love? Have you ever fallen in love where it wasn't a choice? You had nothing to do with it. It chose you. Have you had that experience? About 30% of Americans have had that experience. How many times have you fallen in love?
Anyone with a toxic ex can tell you.
Dogs and cats, yes.
You do not get a choice
Yeah.
in who your heart decides to love.
Yeah. Okay. Is that, so as we talk about this, is that different than this other kinds of love we've been talking about? Because this is something that's way out of our control, right? It's either there or it's not. Let's talk about that. Paula.
Am I still talking about falling in love? Those of you that don't know me know that I'm going to cry. Okay. But anyway, I'll talk fast. Maybe I won't cry. 3 of my girlfriends I danced with like 3 nights a week. And we went to a club we'd never gone to before, but they didn't know our names, so we left and came back to our club. And Gary offered me his chair. And then he immediately made me laugh because I said, "Where are you going to sit?" He said, "Oh, I've got my chair right here," and pretended to have a chair. And it was boing, and then our first date, he handed me his book of poetry, boing, that he wrote.
Yeah.
And so 22 days on the calendar, I realized that it was love.
Okay.
And when he said, "I love you," I said, "Are you drunk?"
Falling in love. Who else wants to talk about this? Right down here, down front.
I consider falling in love as everybody has a frequency. Like I found out a couple of days ago that blueberries have a frequency of 200 hertz. Anybody that's alive. So we all have a frequency. So when you fall in love with somebody, your frequency is in tune with the other person's frequency most of the time.
Mhm.
And I was fortunate enough to find my person that I could be in sync with most of the time.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that as you grow together, that you're always going to be in frequency, because something else disturbs you, but then when you calm down, you come back. You're always in sync. So I've been fortunate that I'm in sync with Pat
Okay.
most of the time, actually.
Most of the time.
I feel all the time, but she says.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I've taught him to say most of the time.
All right. Anybody else before Corinne comes and sings for us? All right. Andy?
I just want to say that I love each and every one of you, even the ones I don't know.
All right. Corinne, come and sing for us.
I can tell you anything, my friend, except how I feel about you. 'Cause I know you don't return it. Though ain't it obvious, my friend, I'm not myself around you. But I like who I am turning into, 'cause I've been missing part of me when I'm with you. I feel put back together, and I know I shouldn't say it, but baby, why don't you see it? Is this not love? Is this not love that I feel for you? Do you feel it too? Is this not love? Is this not love that we're feeling? Is this not love? I'm despondent, stressed like confidence, a lamb in lion's clothes. I wanna hold you so bad, and I'm not the one you chose. But sometimes your eyes catch mine, and I dare think it. Oh, I think you know it. Is this not love? Is this not love that I feel for you?
absolutely gorgeous. Have you all watched the TV series Ozark? Who's seen it? I'm like on my 4th time through it. You can imagine why I might be interested, right? This is Ozark, Missouri. So anyway, it's complicated. It's dark. There's lots of F-bombs. But going through it this time, I was struck by a character who's part of the Kansas City mob. And they interact with some of the stars. And it comes up at one point that they say, he's untouchable. Meaning no matter what he does, you can't do anything about it. He's untouchable. If you do anything to them, you will be killed, right? And so I thought, well, wow, that is such an interesting concept. There's some untouchable people in my life. President Trump comes to mind. I've got some brothers who come to mind. There's some people around here that come to mind. Untouchable. No matter what they do, you just got to live with it. That doesn't mean you can't change things. It doesn't mean you can't work on stuff. But the bottom line is they are there and you have to live with it. So, who's untouchable that you need to get along with, and how do you do it? Here we go. Who's going to go first?
Growing up, my mother and father were untouchable.
Yeah, your parents are untouchable. Absolutely, yes. Jackie.
My sister, she
The other
still
Jackie.
lives, and she's a wonderful, kind person, but I have to kind of dance around her personality since it's so very different than mine. And I've reconciled over the years to be the kindest, caring person I can be to somebody who's not forthcoming. It's just the way life is sometimes.
Yeah.
The mother of my child.
Ooh. Yeah. Exes sometimes. Yeah. Go ahead, right here.
Oh, yeah, well, I was kind of going down that same route. My ex-husband, who I spent a lot of time with yesterday as we celebrated our 6th grandchild's first birthday. And
yeah.
We do manage, and we actually, I think the years have helped
Yeah.
settle things out. I'm just grateful I'm not married to him anymore.
Yeah, what are some of the coping mechanisms you use? If you want to talk about politics, we can talk about that. If you want to talk about family, if you want to talk about exes, that's fine. Well, what are some coping mechanisms that help us get through the day? Because otherwise it just makes us crazy, right? It just makes us crazy. All the way in the back. I see that hand. Edna?
Silence.
Silence. Sometimes that's the best you can do. What else? What do you do? How do you handle those people? Yeah.
Try it as it is. I rely a lot on the serenity prayer because at the end of the day, it turns out that if this is untouchables, every single one of my 6-person nuclear family has untouchable qualities, including myself. So those are one of the 6. So then I know that they drive me absolutely, positively, totally bananas, but then I know that I drive them bananas too.
Yeah.
And so part of being able to be in at this point I've been in a WhatsApp chat with my parents and a separate one with my sisters for 10 years, which is a really long time. And there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm never gonna talk to any of these people again because I can't stand them. But at this point, I can take what they give and also deal myself some business and then accept that at the core, we are a unit in a way, and for the unit to maintain, I've talked my sister out of leaving the chat many, many times, because at the end of the day, we are our own support system. As much as we drive each other crazy, we are also there for each other in really important ways, and you do kind of have to take the good with the bad if you do want to be able to kind of move about the world with the help you deserve and also with the support you deserve, while also having to deal with the static. I guess I'll call it static.
Yeah. You mentioned the serenity prayer. Remind us what that is.
Help me to accept to change
I don't remember.
To
Accept the people you cannot change, to change the one you can, and to know that one is you.
That's
It's
close.
one version.
Yeah, that's close. All right, go ahead.
Untouchable, wow. My 8 siblings that are still living after I confronted them about child abuse, and I had to leave my family. The next year I found out that my husband of 32 years had always lived a double life. So I asked him to leave, and he moved in with his most recent girlfriend, and then they got married. And now my kids go on vacation with them. And now he's sick with cancer, so everything he says or does, they believe because they didn't know he lied for all those years. So now they don't talk to me. So I have to set really strong boundaries and try to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Because eventually they need to know that I'm going to be a healthy person, and when he's not here, I'll still be their mother.
Yeah.
But it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Excellent. Somebody else. Untouchables. Yeah.
I think kind of we all are in different people's lives. I think for many of us, we have maybe on a pedestal or untouchable. What I do for one person might be unacceptable, and for another person, they would be totally okay with it and keep giving me grace. So I think it's really, I think really all of us at some point can be.
Yeah, good. Right over here, and then we'll move on.
My grandfather, with whom it's a complicated relationship in the family of different political beliefs. I can't even talk faith with him without him lambasting something. And he has not been accepting of my parent, who is trans, who is his kid. But still my granddad at the end of the day, and it's complicated.
It is complicated. That's exactly right. Here we go. Are we kind of talking about maybe what Jesus meant when he said, love your enemies? Could we maybe paraphrase that to say, love your untouchables? What does that mean? How do you love an enemy? I've heard some people say, well, and what Jesus meant by that is you don't have any enemies. And I guess in a perfect world, that might be great. In my world, that's kind of hard, right? So how do you love your enemies? Right here.
I don't really have enemies because I kind of work on seeing the humanity of people that I don't like.
Yeah.
So basically, like, if I don't like someone and I don't like how they treat people and I don't like how they treat me, then I think about the things that maybe made them that way. And then you understand more about them, and you understand, and I sometimes think about the things that, like, say someone I work with.
Yeah.
I think about them outside of the job, outside of where they're portraying themselves to me. What they might like, what they might feel, what they might do, what their friends might be like, and then it just kind of makes them more human, and then I don't have to hate them. I just can be like, they're just not for me, and that's okay.
Nice. Very well said. Here we go. John, over here. And we got John right here. Yeah, Jackie. Go ahead.
I think there's a couple different types of enemies. I think you have the enemies that you have decided are enemies, and the enemies that other people have decided that you are their enemy.
Yeah.
And you have to handle them in different ways, right? So I love the people who don't love me because clearly they need someone to love them. And I love the people that I don't love because I'm a human being and they're another human being, and we all deserve kind of a bare minimum of care.
Yeah.
But I think the hardest enemies are the ones that they are not your enemy, but you are theirs. And that's the hardest to figure out.
Yeah. All right, John?
My wife and I, my stepson, when he was being a teenager and doing all sorts of things, and I would go up to him and I'd say, I love you, but I don't agree or accept what you're doing. but I'll still love you because you're my son. And I've used that kind of philosophy with people that annoy me, because it kind of takes away that I hate you because you make me feel bad more, and I don't agree with what you're doing, but I can still love you as a person, and that helps me get there.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, Kristen? Oh, over here.
So I've been trying to accept the invitation from the Dalai Lama to be inclusive and to understand with humility, or to accept the invitation of humility, that I don't know the whole story,
right,
nor the complete perspective of eternity, and that I don't know what role each person has come here to play.
Yeah, good, good. Kristen?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus still got ticked off. So
There's some money changers I think he
like,
bumped into, yeah.
He got ticked off at God, like, you know.
Why have
like,
you forsaken
Why have
me?
you forsaken? So, like, just because we express love doesn't mean that we can't also express frustration and honor our own feelings about what's going on. And then, like you said, like somebody said, love is a choice. So, like, working through that and then working back to, you know, you're not going to change who I am.
Yeah. Well said. Evan, come sing for us.
And from my twisted face, there's not the slightest trace of anything that even hints at kindness. And from my tortured shape, no comfort, no escape. I see, but deep within is utter blindness, hopeless as my dream dies, as the time flies, love a lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no lesson improve me, no power on earth if I can't love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me, no point anymore if she could let me free. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been. Careless and unthinking, I moved onward. No pain could be deeper, no life could be cheaper, no point anymore if I can't love her. No spirit could win me, no hope left within me. Hope I could have loved her, and if she'd set me free. But it's not to be if I can't let's love her. Let the world be done with me.
Wow. Wow. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What part do feelings play in love? Who wants to talk about that? All right, Katrina. Oh, you do need a mic. Yeah, we got thousands of people online watching this, and they all want to hear what you have to say.
So I think emotions are sort of the root of our behaviors and our decisions and our, physical way of how we handle ourselves. And if you think about it, like when you're depressed, you hold your body a particular way. So they are what drives and animates us, in my opinion.
Okay. So you're in this relationship, it's motivated by these great feelings you have, but one morning you wake up and those feelings aren't there anymore. What's love got to do with it? Sarah.
Hello. I'm actually going to answer your last three questions.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, and then anyway, so the person that's untouchable and that I had trouble getting along with is my brother, right? And I've known him my whole life, and he's driven me crazy my whole life. And so as kids, we would just argue, and we would then eventually ignore each other, right? But I would say, as I've grown and matured, I've really started to understand him better. And this is where emotion comes in and kind of intertwines with intellect, right? Like, where is he coming from? What emotions is he feeling when he interacts with me? And I think that's how I interact with people. You're asking, how can you love? Can you love your enemies? How can you understand people? And we just did a conflict resolution workshop, so I think some of my conflict resolution buddies are in here. And we learned about every interaction you have, you come to that interaction with an invisible backpack. And in that invisible backpack is emotions, right? Past experiences, past opinions, just who you are and your personality. So I think emotions are a really important part of love, but there's this other part too, where you have to have self-awareness, you have to have compassion and understanding of other people too.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, Rosemary?
I think, when we talk about how do emotions play a role in love, I do think back to the phrase of love being a choice, because emotions you're not always going to feel the same way every day, and you have to choose what to do with that. And even in the case of the rush of first love, and somebody mentioned the toxic love, in that situation, you still have to uncouple the emotion from what you want out of the dynamic, and then that becomes a choice, even if it's emotionally hurtful.
Yeah.
And then I think, and then there's I think not everybody has the same level of self-awareness about the backpack that they carry, to borrow the phrase. So sometimes it can be subsumed by duty or responsibility or reputation, so then it does actually become the emotion does become kind of secondhand, which I don't know. I have nothing to say about that, but I mean, I guess I try to be love forward and emotion forward, because I'm not the type of person that can put my emotions away, and that's been a problem for a lot of my life. So I'm more okay, how do I feel and what do I do about it, as opposed to the other.
Yeah, okay. Jackie?
I think we use the saying lead with love a lot, but it is secondhand in that we have to lead with respect first. And in that example you use, if you wake up one day and you no longer respect that person, it's really hard to love them. And as far as the backpack analogy, which I love, no pun intended, I think we all come with baggage. We're humans. But to quote Rent, I'm looking for baggage that goes with mine.
Yeah, good. Harvard University did a study over 75 years tracing marriages. Just take that as an example of a relationship, a love relationship. And they found 5 key things, right? 5 key things that if you had this in your marriage, you very likely were going to make it. And here they are. Acceptance. When conflicts come, when your mate is weird, is quirky, you accept it. Number 2, letting go of conflict quickly, right? Not dwelling on it, not keep coming back to it, not bringing it back up, 30 days later, right? Number 3, speedy recovery. Once the thing is settled, okay, we're back. Number 4, an attitude of this is us against the world. We are on the same team. It's not you against me, it's us against the world. And finally, patience. Patience, giving things time. All right, who wants to talk about one of these? Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, I totally agree with this. I very much agree with the us against the world, because like when there's a problem, it should be a team mindset. So it should be not you and I against each other. It should be you and I together against the problem. And I think that a lot of people don't really have that, but love all of that. The other thing I was gonna say, coming back really quickly to the emotions, is I'm gonna come at it from the neuroscience point of view, which I think a lot of people mistake dopamine fixes as love, and that's a little bit different. And from my point of view and from the neuroscience point of view, we're going back to like love is a choice. It's when we talk about the chemical, it's more oxytocin, right? We're talking about the love hormone that like women release it when they give birth, people have it when they climax, like stuff like that, right? So it's just understanding the difference between like dopamine and oxytocin and having that neuroscience background.
Yeah, we're kind of running out, so I'm going to close with this. Just consider this idea. Maybe that person in your life doesn't need to be fixed. Maybe. Just maybe. All right, Corinne and Evan are going to come sing one more song for us, and we'll wrap up.
Hello again. Thank you all so much for having us here. It's been delightful. Before we start our next piece, I did want to give a little bit of background because it's not in English. So this piece is actually a duet from Mozart's The Magic Flute, or Die Zauberflöte for our German people. So many of them here. Evan and I are part of the faculty for Stafford Opera Troupe. We're a little group that does opera education and performance over the summers. And this is going to be our production for this 2026 season. We're doing The Magic Flute. And it's a great little story. It's a really delightful, it's like a good starter opera if you're not familiar with the genre. It's a good like hero's journey. There's a prince who gets recruited by a magical queen to save her daughter who's been kidnapped by a bad guy who might not actually be the bad guy. And he has a goofy sidekick that helps him out on his journey. And this particular duet is between the princess and the goofy sidekick, which we
That's
picked.
me.
He's the goofy sidekick. There's not a lot of love duets out there that aren't romantic. And since we're siblings, we had to pick from that short list. So the context of this scene is Papageno, the goofy sidekick, has just accidentally sort of stumbled into where the princess is being held, and he's in the middle of trying to rescue her. And he's like, yeah, I'm here to rescue you on behalf of the prince. He saw a picture of you and he fell in love with you. And she's like, wow, that's so nice to hear. And then Papageno was like, yeah, no one's in love with me. Wish they were. It'd be nice if I had a girlfriend. That's about 90% of Papageno's dialogue in this show, is talking about how sad he is not to have a girlfriend. And because Pamina is supportive and nice, she's like, oh my gosh, there's totally someone out there for you, I'm sure. So then they take a little break from escaping from captivity to talk about the nature of love and how it benefits the world. So a rough translation of the lyrics is, in men who feel love, a good heart is never lacking. Sharing these sweet urges is women's first duty. We want to enjoy love. It is through love alone that we live. Love sweetens every sorrow. Every creature pays homage to it. It gives relish to the days of our life. It acts in the cycle of nature. Its high purpose clearly proclaims there is nothing nobler than woman and man, man and woman, or whoever, reach towards the divine. So it's just talking about how love in all of its various forms is the closest we get to divinity.
But it has a happy ending. He gets
Oh, yeah.
a girl to you.
Yes, he does.
Bei Männern, welche Liebe fühlen, fehlt auch ein gutes Herz nicht.
Die süßen Triebe mitzufühlen, ist dann der Weiber erste Pflicht. Wir wollen uns der Liebe freuen. Wir leben durch die Liebe allein. Wir leben durch die Liebe allein.
Die Liebe versüßet jede Plage, ihr opfert jede Kreatur.
Sie würzet unsere Lebenstage, sie wirkt im Kreise der Natur. Ihr hoher Zweck zeigt deutlich an, nicht edler sei als Weib und Mann, nicht edler sei als Weib und Mann. Mann und Weib und Weib und Mann, Mann und Weib und Weib und Mann, reichen an die Gottheit an. Mann und Weib und Weib und Mann, reichen an die Gottheit an. An die Gottheit an. An die Gottheit an.
Corinne and Evan, thank you so much for being with us today. Delightful, delightful. Quick announcements. Guess what's coming next month? It's the most exciting, magical month of the year. It's our pledge drive. We're having cottage meetings this time. You are going to receive an invitation you have already received an invitation to attend a cottage meeting. And I strongly encourage you to go. We want to have a conversation. This will be an awesome time for you to get to know some people you've never met in this fellowship before. There's a lot of new faces. So this will be a great time to get to know them. We want to hear from you about what you like about what's happening, maybe some ideas about how things could be better. And we want to talk about how we can fund this thing together. It's going to be great. Just know that we're going to be flexible. If you got an invitation and you can't be at that meeting, say maybe you got an invitation to go to Kit's house and you can't stand the idea of her 250-pound dog licking your face, we'll work with you. We'll work with you, all right? There's going to be a couple of them that's going to happen right here at the fellowship. So if being in a stranger's home is kind of weird for you, we will accommodate all that, right? We want everybody to participate. Do you get it? Because we are better when we do this thing together. All right. We are having a clothing drive. And this is the last Sunday that we will be collecting. You'll see there's several bags out there right now. If you have some things and you forgot to bring them, please just get them up here the next couple of days. And we will get those things turned over. Thank you to Katrina and others that have been arranging this for us. Also, we are starting an 8-week grief grief processing grief support group. And because of the intensity of this, we're going to ask for it to have just 8 people. So if this is something that's interesting to you, the dates are up there. And Cynthia, are you here, Cynthia?
So she's not.
Okay.
But it's not just grief over like losing somebody.
Right.
It can also be grief over like an identity change or something significant in your life.
Big changes.
Like, this is who I
Yeah.
was, this is who I need to be.
Yes. Figuring out that new next step. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, there's a QR code. You can also see Katrina, you can see me, and we will get you connected there. All right. I need to let you know of some sad news. Longtime member Barbara Deal passed away yesterday morning. We will be having a memorial service here on Saturday, March the 7th at 2 o'clock. As more details become available, we will share those with you. Now, Jackie, come and close us out. Sure. On the red mic.
Okay, testing. Great. Thank you so much. Sorry, just we wanted to give a heads up to Stafford residents about the fellowship recently learned about data centers and their impact recently, and we wanted to put on Stafford residents' radar that the Stafford County Planning Commission is meeting this Wednesday, February 25th at 6 p.m. to consider what's being called an ill-conceived application for a data center at 95 and Courthouse Road. If you're familiar with the area, you'll know that it's actually a desirable commercial area. So put it in your calendars, February 25th at 6 p.m. if you can make it, to speak against the data center application.
The UUFF needs your generous support. If you love this fellowship and want it to be an integral part of making it a success, I encourage you to invest in us. Together we can build a strong, vibrant community of people who love each other and who work to make Fredericksburg a kinder place. If you are not giving on a regular basis, I encourage you to consider becoming a monthly donor. We also have an offering basket in the back for your donations. You can also give by credit card, online, or in person. See David if you have any questions. Please stand as capable and say our closing words. These things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Go in peace.
Thank you. If you could help us clean up the tables, that would be great. Have a great day.
Okay, yeah, we're okay. I can fix it pretty good, even without. The main thing is always.
We do make her do her own covering up. Her roadies. You're used to the roadies. Where's the roadies? Yeah, got it. You do such a wonderful job.